Troy, congratulations. It's a hard place to play. That's a hard team to play. What was the difference in your mind?
Jim, we hung in there. You just look, obviously we had some key guys come in and make some significant contributions, and that helps. And games like this are long football games because it's warm and it's certainly more humid than what it is in Colorado, and so for our guys to be able to take care of their bodies on the way over here and certainly during the time throughout the game too, that's important. We came up with some key scores offensively. I thought we answered offensively a good number of times throughout the game, and then the other part is I thought defensively, especially in the red zone, and then in the second half to hold them to only 6 points was what was crucial.
Troy, they kicked a field goal to take the lead on the first drive. After that, you scored. You didn't trail again. Playing with the lead, how important was that?
Well, I don't know if it's necessary. You'd rather have it than not have it, which we did throughout the game. We had a few big plays tonight, which that helps too. And I think a lot of that has to do with execution. It means we block pretty well also.
Michael Schmidt comes on for the injured Donald Hammond. Talk about Schmidt's efforts tonight.
Yeah, Jim, I'll say this. We have so many guys on our team that are really highly respected by their teammates, and yet nobody more than Mike Schmidt.
He looked very comfortable. Now he's practiced a lot, and I would think he probably got more snaps because Isaiah was down versus being a third string, and that had to help him, sir.
It did. You look here the last 3 weeks, he's had a bunch of significant and focused snaps in practice, and he made sure he was ready, and he definitely was.
And Troy, it looked like, despite him not having a lot of experience, that the playbook really didn't change that much with him in there.
It did not at all, and that's a credit to Mike Schmidt, credit to Coach Thiessen and our offensive staff, too.
The ability to hold them to 6 points in the second half, that put a lot of pressure on them, and you kept answering with scores yourself.
Well, it did. You look, they are so dynamic offensively. That's a hard offense for which to prepare, and even more so, a hard offense to contain. You'll never stop them, I think, especially here at Aloha Stadium, and yet we did a really, really solid job, especially in the second half.
Troy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Our defensive player of the game, Demonte Meeks, 8 tackles, 7 solo stops, 4 tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 2 of those were sacks. How tough an offense is that to play against?
Hawaii is a good team. Their quarterback, he's really good. It was hard to prepare because, it's RPOs, pass, and lull you to sleep with the pass. Next thing you know, they're running the ball. That was a hard team to play.
When your offense scores like that, how much pressure does it take off of you guys because your offense is helping you out? You don't feel like you have to get a stop every single time.
I love it. We're still going for the stop, but I love to see our offense ball out, eat up the clock, do their thing. It was great seeing Mike Schmidt play. It's love. It's very nice to see them do that, and they've been balling out, and they're going to keep doing it, and we're going to keep putting our faith in them.
Holding them to 6 points in the second half, anything jump to mind about how you were able to do that?
I think just Coach Rudd just did his thing. He coached a hell of a game, and we just went out there and just played like us and just had faith in each other.
You got 2 more turnovers. Mo Fafita, the fumble recovery, that led to the score. And then Trey Bugg getting the bounce off of Grant Teal, who hit it 5 different times to keep that ball alive. You talk about effort. That was special.
Oh, yeah, that's grit. That's grit for sure. And that was a tough drive. I was winded. I know Trey was winded too, but Trey and Grant just balled out. Trey took it to the house, and we love to see that. Love to see it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Our offensive player of the game, Mike Schmidt, through the air, 5 of 6, 147 yards, and a touchdown pass, 14 rushes, 120 yards, 3 touchdowns, all the numbers career highs. So you're on the sideline, and you hear that Donald Hammond is down. What's going through your mind?
Man, it's one of those you don't really have time to think. You just got to be ready. You got to be on your toes. It's one of those moments you kind of run through your mind, like what if, and just got to be prepared and ready to go. And DJ is just a great athlete. I love watching him play. I love when he comes on the sideline and just talking it up. And when that moment does come to be ready to go, and he gives me little inputs to what's going on in the game, and he keeps me ready. So
you never looked nervous for 1 second. Did you feel nervous at all?
Man, like I said, it's one of those things you don't really have time to think about, man. I got out there, and it's one of those, you just have trust in your guys, and there's no need for me to be nervous when I execute that stuff every day with a great O-line, great receivers, and it's surreal. You go execute.
How much did it help, with Isaiah Sanders being down? I would imagine you've gotten more snaps and reps during practice. How much did that help you the last 3 weeks?
I mean, obviously, when you're in the 2 spot, you're the next guy up. It could be a helmet coming off. It could be a twisted ankle. It could be anything. So being the 2 definitely helped. But like I said, at the end of the day, I've been blessed to be able to get enough reps with those guys over the years, with this being my 4th year, and just have so much trust in my teammates and just go out there and have a good time.
Yeah, the 1-yard touchdown run, and that followed the 39-yard pass to Cade Wagaspack. Talk about that pass specifically, because it put you at 1st and goal at that point.
Sure. It was beautiful. It was exactly how we drew it up. Cade got so wide open. I just wanted to put it straight on him. Didn't want to make a mistake. Just don't want to overthrow him. Don't want to underthrow him. Just give it to him and let him do his thing, because these guys are super talented.
And then a trick play that you guys have been working on all week with Dane Kinnaman. It's designed for Donald Hammond, obviously, but the call comes in, he comes in, and you realize it's coming to you.
Sure.
And you catch that and you score. It's called back because of a penalty. What did you think when that play came in?
We talked about it a little bit, that it could be a play that we were going to do a little bit early. And when I heard it, it was just – I wish I could explain it to you. Just when those plays come in, you don't think. You just do. And Dane is one of those guys. He's a super young guy, but I have all the trust in the world in him. He doesn't have to prove himself over the years. Like, he's a hard worker, and he shows up every single day. So I gave the ball to him, and I knew he was going to put a nice ball on me. And, yeah, unfortunately it got called back, but it's cool to have a little fun out there and run some of those cool plays. So, I don't know. It was a good time.
They pulled to within 9, and then you go off on a 61-yard run. Talk about that run, which pretty much sealed it.
Yeah, I didn't really realize it when I broke through. I was like, wow, there's a lot of grass here. Just drive my knees, legs getting a little tired at that point in the game. But that's one of those just beautiful blocking. Like, our O-line, they made such a beautiful hole. I got to my pitch key, and he was stepping out, playing a little soft, and I just wanted to take it. So it could be anybody with the ball. Anybody could have scored in that situation, just a wide open hole. But an awesome experience, and trying to show a little speed, but just keep my knees high and just get in the end zone at the end of the day.
What a night. In paradise, no less. I don't know if anybody could have dreamt this for you. You played like you've been playing a lot of college football, so congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.